Alright, I am alive. There we go. Alright. How's it going, Yoda? Going? I'm doing good, man. How about you? Got me. Alright. So, a lot of stuff happened at San Diego Comic-Con, and also nothing happened at San Diego Comic-Con. So, we're going to talk about all of it for about an hour until I gotta go. So, let me bring up, find that image for, let's talk about the MCU stuff first, I guess. What did you guys think of Comic-Con? Anything excite you guys? Or did you guys just not care? I'll tell you what my main disappointment was I was hoping for some Aquaman footage. For Aquaman 2. We got nothing. Alright. Let me, whoops. Ooh, did not mean to move myself. Alright. So, this is phase 5, right? It's phase 5 of the MCU. Can you guys not hear? Hold up. No, it shows all the audio is working. Is it working for you guys? I see one person saying no audio. Yeah, the Henry Cavill thing, I saw the rumor and I knew it wasn't going to be true. Especially because everyone's like, he's filming The Witcher right now. So I'm like, there's no chance he's actually there. But still, screw the people that put that rumor out into the ether. You can hear it? Okay, so it's just one person with the audio problem. Okay, that's what I thought, because it showed on my end the audio is working. Alright, cool. So we'll talk about phase 5 first. The worst thing to happen in the MCU is Disney Plus. Disney Plus sucks so bad. Literally, like, DC has done like a few, has done some HBO Max stuff, but they're still doing like a bunch of movies and stuff. But everything with Disney, it's like, oh, this would make a cool movie. Let's make it a horrendously, like, awful Disney Plus show. It's like, why? How's it going, Donovan? But that, Blade got me excited until I realized they're going to make him family friendly. Yeah. Okay, so out of all this, let's break it down one by one. Ant-Man Wasp Quantumanium, I don't care. I like the first Ant-Man. The second one was not very good. I think one of the worst MCU movies. Don't care. Secret Invasion could be a whole sort of like they did with the Infinity Saga and like break it like a whole event for the MCU. It's a TV show. Don't care because it's a Disney Plus show. Echo, I hated Echo on the Hawkeye show. I wanted her to die at every chance. My favorite part was when Hawkeye beat the crap out of her in that car parking lot or whatever at the used cars place. So, I hate Echo. I'm going to watch the clips when Daredevil comes up on YouTube. Welcome back, Donovan. That's all I'm going to watch from the show is the clips of when Daredevil shows up. That's it. I don't care at all about this show. Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll watch it. Like, I think the first two Guardians are alright. I think the first one's pretty good, and the second one has, like, really good moments, but overall as a movie, I don't think functions very well. I think there's too much going on, and I also think the first 30 minutes is a bunch of jokes that don't land. But I liked Ego was great. So Guardians 3, who knows? I'm not as high on Guardians as everyone else is, but it'll probably be alright. Loki, I really wanted to like Loki. I thought Loki was going, like, from the trailers for the Disney Plus stuff, Loki had the best trailers. And I was like, oh man, maybe the show will be good. It had like 2 good episodes and the rest of it sucked, and it was just standard Disney Plus affair. The Marvels, I could not care less about the Marvels. I have no interest in the Marvels at all. Blade, I want to be good. Blade, Mahershala Ali is great casting. It's an actual movie and not a Disney Plus show. Blade's a really cool character. But I don't know if they're going to MCUify him. We'll see. Daredevil's your favorite? I love Daredevil as well. No, Armor Wars didn't get canceled. The like showrunner or whatever on that like posted something on Instagram like today or yesterday saying, "Trust me, it's still happening." So yeah, I saw you got some good pickups, Donovan. Why isn't Loki good? It's just not good. Honestly, I watched it. I would have reasons to tell you if you would have asked me after I watched the show. I forgot everything that happened in that show. Just when I'm trying to think. I don't remember. I just did not like it when I watched it. It's one of those like you watch it and then you forget it. Damn. It just was. I just did not like it. Sorry, I can't give you reasons right now because it's been a while. Agatha. Who even asked for an Agatha show? Why is Agatha in this? Mahershala is excellent. Yes, he is. He's great. I'm excited for him to be in Blade. Remember how they ruined him in freaking in Luke Cage? He was the best part of that show, and then they kill him. They have some woman push him over an edge like 2 episodes in. That made me so mad in the Luke Cage Netflix show. Mahershala Ali was the main villain. He was great. And then they kill him off for someone much lamer like 2 episodes in, and it was like, what are you doing? Ironheart, don't care about Ironheart. What actor for Daredevil? Charlie Cox is back for Daredevil. Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio are both back. And we're about to get to that in a second. Agatha, don't care. I don't know anyone who asked that. Daredevil Born Again. I love Daredevil. The Netflix show's great. But no one that made that show great is coming back other than the actors. So that has me a little worried. Also, did they say what the runtime of each episode is? Because they said 18 episodes. Which sounds great in theory, but if it's 18, like, 23-minute episodes, I don't want that. I want, like, 45 to an hour, like, I want 45 minutes to an hour-long episodes. I don't want freaking, like, Disney Plus 20-minute episodes like we got with Moon Knight, you know? Not like mid-season fair, but yeah, the show went so... Yeah, it went so far down after killing him. Mahershala was like the best part of that. I know a lot of people want Battlefront 1 back, but sadly, those days are in the past. But yeah, Daredevil, and they already did the Born Again storyline in Netflix Daredevil, but I'm assuming they're just doing it. They're just using the name because you know it's the most popular comic that Daredevil's ever been a part of, and also well from his series, and also he is it's technically he's born again because he's coming back in Disney, so. I don't think they're actually doing the Born Again storyline again. But yeah, I'm hoping it's good, but I don't have much hope for the show, but I will be hyped, and I will definitely, by time the first episode drops, I will be so hyped to be like, yes, Daredevil's back, even though right now I'm all in my, like, this show's gonna suck, I know it's not gonna be good. So, yeah, I want it to be good, but Daredevil's the one. If I could choose any of these to be good, Daredevil. But the only 2 I actually care about are Daredevil and Blade. Captain America New World Order, I don't care. The guy who's doing it hasn't really done anything. Like, I looked at the director, and he hasn't really done much. So, I mean, a lot of MCU people hadn't done much prior to doing an MCU movie. So maybe it'll be good. Who knows? But, how's it going, Ash? MCU fatigue is more than possible. Yeah, there's huge MCU fatigue. The Disney Plus stuff, like I said at the beginning of the stream, Disney Plus is the worst thing to happen to the MCU in my opinion. Moon Knight should have been a movie. The freaking, even though it's not the MCU, the Obi-Wan show should have been a movie. There are so many things that should have been a movie, and now they're lazy and they're like, let's get more subscribers on Disney Plus. Let's just make it a show. I hate it so much. But Captain America New World Order, if Captain America, I mean, if Falcon Winter Soldier wasn't so horrible, I might be somewhat excited for this, but it was so bad, I am not excited for it. Like, I'm not excited for this at all. Just not. Also, the whole Falcon being Cap thing, I think is dumb, because Falcon is his own hero, and he doesn't need the mantle of Captain America. It's really weird. To where, you know who needs a mantle? Winter Soldier, because the Winter Soldier is known as a bad guy that kills people. So the Captain America mantle can be used to redeem him. To where Falcon, there's nothing redeeming him. I feel like it's really stupid. I feel like Falcon being Captain America is really stupid. I think it much more fits Bucky, because Bucky doesn't have a mantle, because the Winter Soldier's a bad guy. Like, the Winter Soldier is a Soviet assassin. He shouldn't keep going around as the Winter Soldier. He needs something else. You know what could help him be reborn? The Captain America mantle. So it's just weird. Captain America and Winter Soldier was horrible. It was definitely the worst of the Disney Plus shows. It was so bad. Did you watch Halo? Yes, I did, and we did a podcast on it. This right here, because my brother's a huge Halo fan. 131 people have listened to it, but we did this. When we came back, we talked about Moon Knight, the Halo show, and Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness. So this is on Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Podbean, and Apple Podcasts. So if you want to listen to it, called Nerd Talk Podcast, and if you want to hear our full thoughts on the Halo show. But yeah, this was I'm not excited for Captain America because of that. And tell me one thing. What do you guys think of Falcon's suit in Captain America and the Falcon Winter Soldier? Because I thought the design was good, but the quality of the suit looked like it was a Walmart suit. I thought the design looked straight from the comics. I was like, that's cool. But the quality of it looked like a Walmart suit, like a Walmart Halloween suit. I was like, that just is weird. They should have done, well, they did some of Brubaker's run a little bit with like the Russos. They did that with Winter Soldier. Like they borrowed a little bit, but yeah, I agree. Brubaker by far has the best. I like Remender's run, the first part of Remender's run, like the first like 3 volumes or so of Remender's run's the best Captain America we've had since Ed Brubaker. Daredevil should be a movie. I mean, Daredevil already functioned great as a show. It never should have stopped. But yeah, I'd be fine with a Daredevil movie. You could say Bucky got his redemption when he was in Wakanda, became White Wolf. You can't say that at all. He got 0 redemption. He was never really... They called him the White Wolf like once. No one in like the greater like universe knows he's the White Wolf. Like, no. You think Falcon and Winter Soldier was the best, dude? I thought that show was horrible. That ending when he's giving a speech to everyone, he's like, terrorists aren't terrorists because they're doing it for a reason. It's like, oh god, what is this? I agree, Blade shouldn't be PG-13, but it's the MCU, so. And then we got 2 Avengers movies in 2025, I believe, is what they said, right? What were those? Let me try to find, because we got, like, and then D23, the Disney conference, they're going to be announcing more stuff. We'll get to the DC stuff here in a second as well. Also, something that was really cool was Keanu Reeves had a panel for his stuff with Berserk, and he Matt Kent and Ron Garney were there. I think that is so awesome that he's like, Matt Kent and Ron Garney are great comics talent, and him like bringing them along for this ride and having them like help him with Berserk has been awesome. I think that is so cool. I've been a fan of Ron Garney ever since I first saw him draw Wolverine, or actually no, I think it might have been Ultimate Captain America was the first time I saw Ron Garney's art. And like, I'm so happy that he's like making it to this high. And Matt Kent's great as well. But I've been a fan of Ron Garney for a long time, so I think that's like so cool seeing that and them being involved, and also getting Mattson Tomlin to he's writing the Berserk movie. That's a great choice. Berserk is like, that's so cool. Keanu's doing all that. But what are we doing? We're going to. I'm trying to find the stuff to bring it up for the Avengers movies. The Kang Dynasty. Okay, that's one. You miss Hemson Mike? I still stream with Hemson Mike on Twitch all the time. I just don't post anything here because we're not playing any comic book or Star Wars related games, so I know no one would watch it. But if you want to see that, it's on my Twitch. The superhero fatigue is strong for me. Don't even feel like looking for classic stories. I haven't read it. So you mean superhero fatigue in general? Are you talking about movies or talking about comics, or just like in general your superhero fatigue? Because I kind of understand that, but I just went and caught all up on Deadly Class like about like a month ago or like a couple weeks ago, because I had read the first 2 volumes of Deadly Class a while ago, but then I was in a Barnes and Noble like a couple months ago and I saw they had more Deadly Class. I was like, oh, I got like volume 3, and then I just got everything caught all up, and that was like a nice cleanser, like something that's not superhero related to just read. Is so good. I love Deadly Class. And then I just went back and read some New 52 stuff just now, which I'll probably talk about on the podcast actually. Oh yeah, Secret Wars. So we got the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. I'm in. Earth's Mightiest Heroes did Kang so well. Yeah, Hims is great. Hims is doing real good. They did the Kang Dynasty so well that I wish they would just. But they also did Secret Invasion really well. It's just like, I don't see the MC doing it that well. I hope that Kang acts more like Kang and not like he did in Loki. Because in Loki, he was very MCU-ified Kang. He's like, oh, I'm just goofy and doing stuff. So I hope we don't get that. One of those Avengers movies definitely going to get delayed. I could see that. Because when they announced 2 in the same year, I was like, what? And I don't know who's going to do it because, like, that's a tough ask. The Russo brothers with Infinity War, I think, is the best Avengers movie you're ever going to get. Like, that is like a perfect Avengers movie, Infinity War. It is so good. I love Infinity War. The way it handles all the different storylines and separating the characters and everyone feel like they're getting what they deserve. Like, man, Infinity War is so good. Favorite Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back. And did they say if they're doing Secret Wars from like back in the day, like Spidey getting his black suit, or are they doing like Hickman's Secret Wars? Did they say anything about that? I don't know if they announced any of that. Because the Russo brothers said if they came back, they would want to do classic Secret Wars. They said they would love to do that. And I wish they would get that. Because the Russo brothers, to me, for the most part, when it comes to MCU movies, you have your standard MCU movie, and then you have the Russo brothers movie. For the most part. There are some other standouts like Iron Man 1. But for the most part, it's like every MCU movie kind of blends together, and then you got the Russo brothers movies. Like Infinity War, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Endgame. Like, those all stand out from the others. So if anyone could do Secret Wars, I'd love to see them do it. So are you a Twitch mostly streamer? I mainly stream on Twitch because when I stream, I generally like play games. And I know not as many people on my YouTube channel care to watch that. So instead of diluting it on YouTube, I just do it on Twitch because I don't care about views or anything on Twitch. How you gonna do Secret Wars? No Cap, no Iron Man, no Fantastic Four, no X-Men, no Doom? Good question. With the Marvels, of course. Yeah, the X-Men coming to the MCU. I am so worried about that. Yeah, I saw him confirm that the Russo brothers aren't part of Avengers, which has me worried. Yeah, crying. Yeah, oh man. They really better tighten up the VFX for the ongoing MCU. Because that's something I was tweeting about, because as much as Snyder has done a lot of very dumb things story-wise, the VFX for his movies hold up. Like, I was tweeting about that with Man of Steel, where that came out almost a decade ago. And you watch the fight scenes where there's, like, heavy CGI, and it looks great. It looks so much better than, like, Thor Love and Thunder, which just came out. Especially something that I really noticed was the Kryptonian suits. Most of, like, 90% of the movie, those Kryptonian suits that Zod and Feora wear, and the rest of the Kryptonians are full CG. And they have their helmets off, so it's their head, and then it's just CG. Doesn't have the floating head effect that the MCU has with a lot of the Iron Man suits. You know, like in Infinity War, when you have Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster armor, and it just looks weird. You don't have that with, like, with Zod and Feora. Like, it looks great. You see the Rock interview about Henry Cavill Superman? Yeah, I retweeted that. I saw that he, here, I can pull that up. Yeah, here it is.
I imagine are very famous in this world. And have you and Henry talked about what that showdown might look like if it ever happened?
I will say this. I will say that Henry's a buddy, and he is
mostly Hickman Secret Wars, the OG Secret Wars for Glenn. That'll be interesting. I kind of wish they just did, like, Hickman Secret Wars is very epic, but I wish they would do kind of OG Secret Wars. But again, without, like Ash was saying, without like Cap, Iron Man, like, it's gonna be OG Secret Wars would be a lot lamer without all those characters.
Is a phenomenal Superman. He is a phenomenal Superman, and Henry Cavill is the Superman of our generation. With respect to the other Supermans in the past, and every time I see him, we have some tequila, I always say, that's Superman. And these guys will attest to that. So my longtime business partner, Danny Garcia, who you know, who's his sister. She has been a passionate advocate for Henry Cavill and his career for a very, very long time. So the reason why I say all that is because you got a lot of people who advocate on Henry's behalf and root for him to win, and I do root for him to win. And at the end of the day, he is a phenomenal Superman.
He's great casting. My Twitch is this. This is my Twitch. I'll put it in. Here's my Twitch. DC Christ on Infinite Earth. DC needs to get hammered. Oh yeah, well, we can talk about that. Well, first let's talk about what he just said. Henry Cavill, they have wasted for so long. He's such a good casting as Superman. He's perfect. He's perfect for Superman. But instead, they've just been wasting him. And the thing that makes me most mad about it is Henry Cavill went and did Mission Impossible with Christopher McQuarrie, who wrote and directed it. Christopher McQuarrie is a great director and also an Oscar-winning writer for Usual Suspect, which he wrote back in like the 90s. He won like this Oscar for like best screenplay that year. He's a really good writer. He convinced Christopher McQuarrie to pitch a Man of Steel sequel to WB, and he also pitched a Green Lantern movie as well. WB said kick rocks to him. That makes me so mad. Christopher McQuarrie would be perfect for a Superman movie. And the fact that Henry Cavill likes him a lot and those two could like come together to make something great. Oh, that makes me so mad. That makes me so mad. Like, that was a while ago. That was years ago. But that makes me so mad. Yeah, I saw they announced a ton of more Bat books. That was so... I saw on DC's Twitter, it was literally like if you go down their Twitter feed, it was just like, here's this Bat book, here's this Bat book, here's this Bat book. Oh, DC, you wonder why no one of your other characters are popular. It's like you don't give them a chance or promote them at all. Yeah, said no to McQuarrie, but yes to Abrams. Exactly! Yeah, that's what I said. He pitched a Green Lantern movie. I said that. It makes me so mad, dude. All the behind-the-scenes stuff is saying that Discovery really wants Superman in the picture because he's arguably the most recognizable superhero there is. Superman is ingrained in pop culture, but he's not as popular like as Spider-Man or Batman when he should be. He's as recognizable as them, but he's not as like popular. Why is that? Because they've mishandled him for years. And so that is annoying. But Hickman getting a new book that's not X-Men. Thank you for $2, Tendo. What book did he get? I didn't see everything from Comic-Con. I will say this. Hold up. This shot in the Black Adam trailer. Sick. The Dr. Fate suit is so perfect. Dude. The first Black Adam trailer I didn't really care for that much. This trailer at Comic-Con I thought was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't like the best trailer ever, but I was like, it got me hyped for the movie. I was like, okay. I'm excited for it. Superman is the face of superheroes. He's the granddaddy of all superheroes. But this shot was... I was like, yeah. The only thing that's making me a little worried is they're doing the typical thing of like they're going to very much make Black Adam a good guy. He's gonna be like, I'm not a good guy. I'm not a good guy. And then the whole movie he just does good guy things the entire time while he just goes, I'm not a good guy. That's gonna be that whole deal. It's like, ah. And I like the Shazam trailer as well. I hope, the only thing that worries me about Shazam trailers, the villains do not exactly have me hyped. Like, Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu are great actresses, but I don't know if they're necessarily great for villain, because, I don't know. It's just that, I felt like that's what the first Shazam suffered with, was the villain wasn't very good. Because I think the first Shazam is good, but I think the, like, third act isn't too great, and the villains are, eh. So, but I liked the trailer for the new Shazam. I thought it was good. I thought Shazam and Black Adam were both good trailers, but I want Aquaman 2 footage. I love the first Aquaman movie. I know a lot of people are split. Some people like it, some people don't. I think the first Aquaman is amazing. It is a camp fest, but it is great. Like, it feels so good. And also, it's shot much more uniquely than most other comic book movies. That first fight with Atlanta and her freaking what's it? Did I say Atlanta? Whatever. And the Atlantis guards that break into their house and try to bring her back. You don't see comic book movies that look like that. That is amazing. That oh my goodness. So I'm so excited. That's honestly someone also I'd take making a Superman movie. I'd love to see what James Wan would do with a Superman movie. I think James Wan could make a very cool Superman movie. And the way his Atlantis looked, also the costumes. You want to talk about the movie with the most comic book accurate costumes I've ever seen is Aquaman. The only one that didn't look too comic book accurate but still looked good was Black Manta. But have you seen Black Manta's suit in the second Aquaman movie? It looks much more like the comics. The one suit where they're like, they didn't really get it too right. They're like, we're fixing that in the second one. Something that I didn't get about the Shazam sequel, though, is I thought Shazam's suit in the first movie was perfect, and they changed it for the second one. I don't understand that. I thought Shazam's suit in the first movie looked perfect. And then this one, they're changing it for some reason. Will we have a Flash movie? My theory for the Flash movie is we get a very silent HBO Max release. That's what I think. I don't think we're getting a theatrical release. We're not getting some press tour. But they have put too much time and money in this to not release it. I think they're just going to be like, screw it. We'll just release it on HBO Max. We won't do a press tour, nothing. It's just going to get released. That's what I think happens with The Flash. That is my theory. The ending fight with Aquaman and Ocean Master is amazing. It's great. Like I said, I love that movie. I've seen that movie several times. Like, I own it on 4K. I love Aquaman. I'm really excited for the sequel. See what they do with Orm out in the desert. Like, oh man. I'm excited. But we didn't get any new stuff for this one, which is, But, what else do we get? Oh yeah, I still call Shazam Captain Marvel. Understandable. I'm glad James Gunn did a Suicide Squad movie instead of a Superman movie. I liked the Suicide Squad. I do not trust James Gunn with Superman at all. I do not trust him at all. No. I like the Suicide Squad. I don't think James Gunn's a good fit. I do not think he's a good fit. Nope. Keep him away from Superman. Yeah, the first Shazam's good. I like it. Like I said, I think the villains kind of like that. Also, that's a movie with, you want to talk about good CGI villains. The Seven Deadly Sins look like CGI quality that actually looks pretty good. Like, I thought the Seven Deadly Sins, like, hold up pretty well comparatively to a lot of other. There is some CGI in the movie that's a little iffy, but I thought the Seven Deadly Sins looked good. Super Pets could be fun. Who knows? Oh, yeah. We got the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths reveal. I mean, it's whatever. Like, they've done 500 sequels to Crisis on Infinite Earth, so I don't really care. But my thing is, like, Dark Crisis could have been really cool. Like, because I've reviewed the first 2 issues, and it's been like a 7 out of 10 book. Like, it's been good. It's not like anything amazing, but it's been solid, a lot better than I thought. But it shouldn't be a crisis, especially because they just announced, hey, the Justice League's coming back in like issue 5 or whatever, and it's like, oh wow, we're all so surprised the Justice League aren't actually dead and they're coming back. Who would have thought? Like, I do wish the Seven Deadly Sins of Shazam though had their comic book. I tweeted about this like when the movie came out. Had their comic book designs though. Yeah, their designs aren't great. Yeah, because their comic book designs, they all look unique, and in the movie they're like, we're gray and we have red eyes. But yeah, I wish. Did we get anything else announced comics wise from like DC? I was at least happy DC announced some stuff. I lost so many brain cells listening to it. I think I might make a video on that panel. I gotta find like some stuff, because I heard some quotes that were like Tom King saying that like Superman wanting a peaceful future is a fascist idea. It's like, what? Tom King's. If I am ever at a convention with Tom Taylor, I am taking that hat. Everyone knows you're bald, dude. What are you doing? I don't understand Tom Taylor. Always has that hat on, like, oh, if I don't take it off, they won't know I'm bald. It's like, we know you're bald, dude. I want to freaking take that hat and burn it. But maybe, like, if you take the hat, he, like, melts. Like, that's what's holding Tom Taylor together. I don't know. But what else did we get announced at Comic-Con? It was kind of lackluster. We didn't really get too much. Let me go through like Twitter and see if there's anything I missed. Anything else you guys are excited? Anything I missed that we haven't talked about yet? You went off on a rant on why politics and comics are important. Well, we can definitely tell from his book why he thinks politics and comics are important. Oh yeah, I saw that, the Spawn Batman from Todd McFarlane and Greg Capullo. That'll probably be a really fun book. I don't expect any like amazing. I think it'll be a fun book. I'm excited for that. Yeah, the Amber Heard. That's what's I just went back and reread the Jeff Johns Aquaman omnibus. I'm going to be talking about that on my podcast soon, which you should all check out. Link in the description. Because I went back and read some new 52 stuff. I read the Wonder Woman run and Aquaman. And something that is really apparent in that is how much Arthur and Mara love each other. And so obviously in the sequels, you know, they're going to expand upon that in the Aquaman movies. And with Amber Heard, you know, it's going to be they got to recast her. So favorite live action Batman? I think, as far as Batman goes, I think that Pattinson's done the best job as Batman, but I think Christian Bale is the best Bruce Wayne. That's my opinion. Do you like Deathstroke Year One Part 1? I thought it was okay. The Doom that came to Gotham coming out is great. What? Deceased 3? We get a new Deceased announced? I thought that was already announced. It's like Deceased something, Undead Gods or whatever. Or do we get new details on it? I'm looking to see if there's anything else I missed. Yeah, that like I don't know what they're gonna do with Amber Heard and the Aquaman 2. I feel like they should just leave her in and just recast her for the third one, especially because you know she's gonna be a part of key scenes. So if you just cut her out, it's gonna be weird. New 52 Ares is the best. I love New 52 Ares. He was handled really well. Little one. They'll lose so much money if they keep her in. I don't think they'll lose that much money if they keep her in, to be honest, because we're all in this Twitter bubble where we see all these like, oh, everyone hates Amber Heard and like everyone watched the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, but then you go outside and it's not exactly as apparent. Twitter isn't real life. There will be people that won't see her, but I don't think they'll lose like that much money if they keep her in. I don't think it's that. I think it's much more because we're in the Twitter world to where vast majority don't care. Especially if you just don't include her in the trailers. Like, just don't include her in the marketing. It's fine. No one knows what's going to happen in Flash movie. They didn't say anything. But I think it's going to get an HBO Max release. Oh, yeah. Wakanda Forever. We can talk about that. I tweeted about it. Let me bring that up. Whoops. Wrong thing. Hold up. This is what I said. Because it's true. Very cool how Aquaman was such a success that Marvel just completely gave up on Namor. That's literally what they did. You see they made what? No, I did not see that. But, well, that's everyone you know in real life, but what I'm saying is you're probably in that friend bubble of people that are on, like, Twitter and TikTok and watching that stuff. I think the vast majority of people will be like, if Aquaman's a good movie, I think the majority of people still go see it. I think if Aquaman comes out, people like it, people will go see it. They won't just be like, oh no, Amber Heard's in it, not gonna go see it. I think most people won't do that. My opinion. But yeah, MCU Namor looks horrible. Also, did, like, the guy just not try to get in shape? The one, like, they have one shot of his back, and he looks like he just got off the couch. Like, the guy didn't even try. And this is 2 castings in a row for me that Marvel has pissed me off. Because Hercules looks horrible. spoilers, I guess, for the end of Love and Thunder. There's a at the end of Love and Thunder, there's a cameo from Hercules, and if they don't call him Hercules, you wouldn't know because he looks nothing like him. It's some like short dude that's like 40 something years old that's like not in good shape. They like CGI'd muscles, and I was like, that's horrible casting. And then now Namor is this. Marvel's whole thing of being deathly afraid of anything looking like anything else. Yeah, exactly. People will grumble about Amber Heard, but they'll still see the film. That's exactly what I think. You will have some people that be like, no, I won't see it no matter what. But I think that's like a small percentage. I don't think that's that many people. I think it's more people that, like, if it's good, they'll go see it. But yeah, Namor and Black... Oh, man, he looks so stupid. Yeah, here it is. Like, what is this? What? He got this thing in his... What? That's not Namor. And then look... See what I mean about how it looks like he got off the couch? This ain't some dude that's like... the leader of Atlantis, you know? Freaking swimming every day, jacked. This is like... This dude just got done binging like Stranger Things or something. And then like, oh... Gotta go to wherever. Like... What? This, comparatively to you have Jason Momoa as Aquaman. The absolute specimen as Aquaman. And then you got this guy. Like, nothing against this guy. But he should not be Namor. Like, yeah, what is the... What, how... Why? Like, do you think Joe Manganiello would make a good Hercules? Yeah, I never even thought about that, but yeah, I think he'd be a great Hercules. He's even got similar hair to the Hercules sometimes has in the comics. Yeah, you could. I think he could actually do great. How do you feel about Doctor Doom being in this movie? I'm very worried about Doctor Doom. I don't think they're gonna do Doctor Doom justice, but who knows? Because what was it? We just got Phase 4, right? Phase 4 is not. Spider-Man was good. The rest of Phase 4 was very Like I really like Spider-Man No Way Home. I thought Shang-Chi had a good villain and some better action than normal, but other than that, it was a standard MCU movie. Black Widow wasn't very good. Eternals wasn't very good. What else I don't remember what else is Phase 4, but. We're getting a Warlord anime movie, so it's a Warworld anime movie. But I think, oh, Tim Sheridan writing it. So, yeah, him. Namor looks horrible. Like this looks bad. Like why? Why is? I don't know. The Black Panther 2 trailer didn't get me hyped. This is the final movie of Phase 4? Okay. Yeah, so. What else did we get? Oh, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was another, like, had some cool Raimi moments, but overall was just like a standard MCU movie. Like, the only one that stood out was No Way Home. Yeah, I don't think they'll do, like... I will say this about Phase 4. Phase 4 had better villains than most of the rest of the MCU phases. Which isn't saying much because a lot of the other MCU movies suck other than like Thanos and Loki. I have not seen Green Lantern Blue Air My Power. I saw the trailer and I was like, I don't really... They finally got away from the new New movies, which is like, yes, that's a plus. But everything they've done other than like the Superman movie, the American Alien one, I haven't really cared about. Like the JSA movie, I was like, don't really care to watch it. Like they moved on from the movies too, but they've done a bunch of movies that I'm like, I just don't really care about. I don't know. I wish they would just go back to adapting classics. That's what the live action movies to me are for just the mass populace. And you do whatever. You know, you get a director, their vision, whatever. the animated movies to me should really be following the classic storylines like very closely and helping bringing in more people to read the comics, because you can be like, oh, here's this great storyline you liked a lot. There's a comic that's exactly that. Like, you should read the rest of the series. This is just one storyline in this series. You might like it. And also, you know, you have a lot of kids watching the animated movies. So if they see it, be like, oh, wow, where can I get more of this? There's comics. Like, I think the animated movies are much more for people that are, like, kids and people that are already fans of the movies. To where, like, you know, live actions, anyone will watch live action movies. But instead, they're like, what if we just did these garbage animated movies that aren't really for anyone? Yeah, I saw the Long Halloween movies. I thought part 1 was pretty good. Part 2 was kind of disappointing. Killmonger was a good villain. Killmonger was probably the best part of that movie, but I don't think the first Black Panther is very good. I think it's another standard MCU movie. That ending battle is horrible. That ending battle is very bad. That CGI is so bad. But yeah, I didn't think the first Black Panther was that. I thought it was all right, but I think a lot of people really overrate that movie. And it is funny seeing people who talk about how Superman's boring because you can't hurt Superman, even though you can. Then go and watch about a dude in an indestructible piece of armor that can't ever be hurt ever, and go, best movie ever. It's like, yeah, nice. Battle of the Super Sons animated movie. I'm not gonna watch it because I hate the art style for Battle of the Super Sons. I hate that like full CG art style. I hate that. I like the trailer was all right, but I'm happy we're getting Super Sons content. But it being that art style just makes me mad. Like, my favorite part of the first Black Panther movie, though, is the whole movie telling you their culture's the best thing ever and superior to every other culture. And then, in the end, T'Challa loses his kingship because of their culture and their rules. And they go, no, our culture's bullshit. We need to subvert this. Because the rule is you challenge the king, you win, you become the king. That happens, and suddenly they're like, no, this isn't fair. It's like, that's your culture, dumbasses. Accept the ruling. That was my favorite part of Black Panther. The whole time it's like, we are part of Wakanda and we have the best culture. And then in the end it's like, no! What? How did... He won fair and square within our rules because this is how our culture has it done? No! That was my favorite part of Black Panther. The whole movie's like, you dumbass colonizers, we have the best culture. And then he wins by their rules, and they go, they just start throwing a fit. They're like, he just killed T'Challa fair and square. I don't like this. It's like, nice. There's a fly in here. I have my windows open because it's so hot, and flies get in because there's a hole in my screen. But anyways, was there anything else? No. Also, it's gonna be funny seeing the new Black Panther just beat the piss out of Namor. That's gonna be funny. What else was at Comic-Con? Best Superman movie is a... Man of Tomorrow is good. I wouldn't say it's the best Superman movie, but I liked it. What do you think of the animated Spider-Man series coming to Disney Plus? I hope it's good, but I have no clue. At least that art style looks better than the than What If. I hate the art style for Marvel What If. That's why I never watched What If. I hate the art style. Same with the zombies. With Marvel Zombies, I don't like the art style. Any opinion on Justice League Dark Crisis? Because that series has been so bad. I have not read it. Oh, Young Justice, sorry, not Justice League. I've seen screen caps of the panels and it looks horrible. Just finished Batman the Imposter, and that book is so creative, beautiful, and shows the action really well. The bones breaking like Mortal Kombat. So yes, that's Andrea Sorrentino. Andrea Sorrentino, like I said, is my favorite artist out today. I think Andrea Sorrentino is amazing. Go and read his run on Green Arrow with Jeff Lemire. It's really good. He has the most creative panel layouts. Read his run on Old Man Logan with Jeff Lemire as well. It's really good. The first story arc's but after that it picks up and it's really good. Gideon Falls is a horror book from him and Jeff Lemire. It's also really good. And you want to talk about Andrea Sorrentino completely unleashed? Read Gideon Falls. Like, one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. The art in that, mind-blowing stuff. It's really good. And he's also doing another horror series with Jeff Lemire right now. Him and Jeff Lemire are one of my favorite creative teams. But Batman the Imposter is really good. I made a video on it. Did you like what Devin Grace did to the Nightwing, destroying Bloodhate and killing off his villains? No, I did not like what she did to the Nightwing. Like I mentioned in my video, where I was talking about how you have a good run of Nightwing and a bad run of Nightwing, it kind of flip-flops. You have, like, I thought her run was not very good. She had some moments that were not horrible, but for the most part, I did not like Devin Grace's run. I thought it was pretty bad. But the little arc she had with Deathstroke, I actually thought was decent. I like how, like, Nightwing's like, yeah, I can't beat Deathstroke here. I'm just going to pay off his contract. I thought that was cool. But yeah, other than that, I was not the biggest fan of Devin Grayson's run on Nightwing. I'm not excited for X-Men 97 anime movies. My problem whenever you put Wolverine in a kid's animated show is this is what he does. He goes, I'm going to mess you up, bub, snicked. And then they start fighting, and he puts his claws back and starts punching. And it's like, don't put Wolverine in a kid's show if he can't use his claws. Unless he's fighting a robot, he does it all the time. He postures up like he's about to be a big badass. He puts his claws out, and then he puts them back. And it's like, stop putting Wolverine in kids shows. It makes me so mad. You like God of War? Yeah, I streamed all of God of War 4. I thought it was pretty good. So definitely see it. But I heard the Doctor Strange episode was What If was good, but I heard all the other episodes sucked. But I don't care enough to watch any of it. Just bought Batman Hush, heard good things. I really like Hush. A lot of people are mixed on it and don't like it. I think Hush is really good. I like it. But it all depends on how you like the ending, which I thought the ending was good. And if for nothing else, the illustrations from Jim Lee are fantastic. I wanted a Batgirl trailer, but nothing. Yeah, that is weird that we didn't get a Batgirl trailer. You see Nope yet? I saw Nope last night, and it is not very good. I didn't like Us either. I think Jordan Peele made one good movie with Get Out, and then just started like sniffing his own farts, and everyone's like, you are the master director of this generation. He's like, yes, I am. So I make movies that are bad now, and people just say they're good. I think he's kind of like, I think he's on that path. Like, I don't think he's a great storyteller. I think his movies look pretty, like they look good, but how the inner workings of the movie is, I didn't think Nope was very good. I saw it last night, and I didn't care for it. And like Us pissed me off. Us, I thought was a bunch of retards with scissors take over the world and hold hands. And some of them talk like this. One person with a gun, and the entire plot of Us unravels. Like, some dumbass with scissors comes up to me, I am shooting them in the face several times. But in this, they somehow like take over the military and the police. Us pisses me off. Jeff Lemire, Dustin Wynn fan myself. Well, yeah, they did good with what was that? Their space book. I can't remember what it's called, but I really like that book. They're yeah, I think they're a great combo as well. But I prefer Dustin Wynn's great, but I prefer Andrea Sorrentino. Oh, you read it because of my video. Nice. Deathstroke Year 1, your thoughts? I read the first issue and it was whatever. Didn't really care. Have you read Sean Gordon Murphy's Batman Beyond the White Knight? No, because I read them in trade. I have the first 2 trades for Sean Gordon Murphy's Batman series. Or his White Knight series. So I'm waiting for the trade. I did pick up one of the issues, but I didn't read it. If Henry Cavill's the one being difficult to recast him, no. Freaking give him whatever he wants. That guy has been through so much crap. If I was WB, because one of the rumors was that he will come back, but he wants to have input on the story, which is absolutely understandable considering he had Zack Snyder ruining Superman on the last movies he was doing. Imagine being a fan of Superman, playing the character, and then Zack Snyder's like, alright, so this part, you charge at Doomsday really slowly and get stabbed. And it's like, what? Alright, this part when you could literally just talk to Batman, tell him that your mother's kidnapped, you're gonna push him like a retard. And it's like, I understand Henry Cavill being a little hesitant to come back and wanting to iron things out. Give that man whatever he wants to come back. Especially because when he first did Man of Steel, he didn't have much else going on. Now he has all these other franchises, like Witcher. He's going to be part of like Highlander or whatever. He's got a bunch of stuff going on. Yes, Ascender. I've read some of Descender. I have not read any of Ascender. I've read like the first volume, maybe two volumes of Descender. But yeah, Descender's really good. I've not read Ascender. Nope was so trash and less sense as you start thinking about it. Yep. Also, I liked OJ. Did not care about any other character in the movie, though. Who do you think should replace Tom Taylor as the writer for Nightwing? Get Tomasi back, dude. I'd love to have Tomasi back. I didn't like Us either. Thought it was pretty awful, actually. The screams were comical. Yeah, and like... everyone was talking about how amazing Us was. I was so excited to see that movie. And then it was like, this is... What? World's Finest, your thoughts now it's done. I've only read the first issue of World's Finest, and I didn't think the first issue was that great. I thought the art was amazing, but I thought writing-wise it was okay. I heard it's a really good series, though, but I've only read the first issue. Did you read DC vs. Empires All Out War? Was that the Deathstroke one? If so, I haven't read it yet. Do you see a potential revival in modern Western comics? Not anytime soon. It's very possible if they just got... With how big with how big these characters are, they could, if they did things right, the comics could be much bigger. I like what DC is doing, where at the end of like every trailer for the comic movies, they say, hey, here's a comic for this character, you should check it out. You can go here to look at your local comic shop. They're doing, for the Batman, they had like Matt Reeves pick 3 trades for that he would like people to read. They're doing the same thing for Black Adam. They're doing 3 trades. They're also doing like an omnibus they're releasing. DC, I think, is doing a cool job with that, but we need more stuff like that to get more people into it. But also, like, imagine you like the Miss Marvel show, and then you go to read a Miss Marvel comic, and it's like, this is not even close to the same. That's what happened to my brother-in-law with Spider-Verse. He loved Spider-Verse. He went and picked up the first volume of Bendis' run on Miles, and was like, this Miles sucks. What am I reading? And didn't read another comic after that. So, yeah. He's like, this is literally just Black Peter Parker. This character sucks. I remember talking to him about that. My brother-in-law liked Spider-Verse so much he picked up volume 1 of Bendis' run on Miles, and then hated that volume and didn't pick up another comic. And was like, well, what's up, Alan? Snyder, you mean John's Whedon? No, I mean Snyder. Batman v Superman was horrible. One of the worst comic movies I've ever seen, and that was Snyder. That is not Johnson Whedon doing that. I like the Snyder Cut, though. I thought the Snyder Cut was good, but Batman v Superman is atrocious. And his plans for the future after the Snyder Cut was horrible, so... I think Snyder's a great visual director. I think if you let him have heavy input on storytelling, he's... no. Don't. That's why I think Man of Steel worked. Because it was Nolan and Goyer. That's my opinion. I know you have a lot of people that worship at the feet of Snyder. But I think visually, he's great. Storytelling-wise... no. How would you de-age John Kent? You just do what I've been saying forever, which is you have the real John Kent still stuck on Earth 3 with the evil Justice League, and the one on our Earth is the bad one. Because back in like the New 52, Superwoman got pregnant, which turned out to be something else later. But you can retcon that to where that was their John. They just had their John prior to main continuity Superman having his John with Lois. And so that's why he's 17 and our John's still like, you could have him be like 12 or whatever. That's what I do. Are they bringing Punisher in the MCU? I don't think anything's been said about that, but I wish. John Bernthal is so good as Punisher. That second season of Punisher sucked, but I like the first season. Also, like I said on Twitter, if you like Punisher Season 1 on Netflix, check out the Terminal List on Amazon Prime, the Chris Pratt Navy SEAL show. It's literally just a Punisher show. It's really good. It's literally just a Punisher show. Like, watch it. It's good. And it's very brutal. World's Finest would be like, here's Superman being saved by Batman again and again. Well, that really definitely makes me not want to read it. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat right now. But come on, the Snyder Cut Justice League. I thought the Snyder Cut Justice League was good. I didn't think it was amazing or the best thing ever, but I liked it. I thought it was way better than I thought it was going to be because I thought it was going to be horrible. I thought it was fine. I liked it. The plans he had for after the Snyder Cut sounded bad. I really, like I said, visually, Snyder's really good. Like, the way he displayed Flash's powers, I thought was really cool and way better than most people, how they portray speedsters. I thought it was really cool how he portrayed Flash's powers. But other than that, I hated Flash in that movie because the way he acts is just like some brain-dead moron. But when he's using his powers, it looks cool. And Steppenwolf just destroying those Amazons was so cool. What do you think of Thor 4? I thought Thor 4 was not a good Thor movie. I thought it was pretty bad. If you want to hear me rant about it, I'm going to plug my podcast again, which is right here. We talked about Thor Love and Thunder. So if you want to hear about it again, Nerd Talk Podcast, it's on Podbean, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Amazon Podcasts. We talk about Thor Love and Thunder because I read the God Butcher storyline to prepare for seeing the movie, and the God Butcher storyline is really good from the comics. Jason Aaron is very much a hit or miss writer nowadays, but I thought he did good with the God Butcher storyline, and the movie butchered it. All Out War is the one. And thank you for the $2 Saggy Bone. Sorry, I was catching up on chat. Sorry, I did not see that. Thank you for the $2, man. I really appreciate it. Any opinion on Gotham Knights game? I am not excited for Gotham Knights at all. I don't think it's going to be good. The Wonder Woman game I am stoked for because it's coming from the guys that did Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, which are both great games. I cannot wait for that. But I can't wait. But I'm not excited for the Suicide Squad game. I'm not excited for Gotham Knights. Wonder Woman game, yes! Also, it's a game that has nothing to do with Batman! Yay! Yeah, the world's finest, most info. Full superhero, yeah, I know. Has to go on Logan. Any opinion on Zack Snyder appearing in Teen Titans Go? I think that's cool. I'm glad that he's a good sport about it. When the Titans Nerd Talk dropping, that should be coming out tomorrow. The Titans Nerd Talk should be coming out tomorrow. How has Bendis' Miles different? I've never read his run. I haven't read his run either, but from what I heard, it's literally just Black Peter Parker. Like, he's not unique at all. He's not his own character. He doesn't really, like... He's not his own person. It's literally just, like... reskinned Peter Parker. From what I heard. I haven't read it, so can't say. But a more boring version. Thoughts on the Riververse making $3 million? Whatever, I don't really care. Like, good for him, I guess. A lot of crowdfunding comics I just don't care about because it's like, we're saving comics by releasing one comic every 2 years. That's 60 pages. It's like, oh yeah, you guys really saving comics right there. Just making boatloads of money, releasing one 60-page comic every like 2 years. Yeah, good job. I don't really like a lot of that. There is, though, something that I'm probably it's going to be the first crowd.
Balls.
Nice. Thanks for the 18 months, Tom. Appreciate it. I got to fix my alerts because they don't pop up anymore. Still got the audio, though. Appreciate it, Donovan. But the first crowdfunding comic I'm going to support in a while, I think, is Chuck Dixon just did like a 360-page like trade that's going to be, assuming it gets funded, is going to be coming out. So it's like, yes, 360 pages. That sounds awesome. I just saw he posted a video on it. I will support that. Instead, it's like, hey, give me $50 for a 60-page comic that you will forget about the second you finish reading it, which is most of this stuff. Because a lot of like crowdfunding, but my favorite crowdfunding book I've ever read though is A Bad One from Jimmy Palmiotti and Justin Gray. Once their Jonah Hex run ended, All-Star Western 52, they said they still wanted to do another Western, so they did a Kickstarter. That was the first one I ever read. Loved it. First crowdfunding book, that I ever read. But I mean, good for that dude making $3 million. I have nothing against him. It's just, I think those books are generally trash, but... Is there a cure for X-Men after Hitman because it's code blue in comics right now? Yeah. You nuke that island is what you do. No, what you do is you act like it never existed. I would just reboot the X-Men. I hate Krakoa more than anything in the world. I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Screw that. I don't care about the Suicide Squad game. I mean, it's Rocksteady, so I'll try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it'll something good. But it just being a shooter where everyone has like a jetpack is like, I don't know. When am I gonna create my own comic book? Probably never, dude. I wish I had the ability to write, but I don't. But granted, most of these people doing these crowdfunding books don't have the ability to write either, and that doesn't stop them. So. Happy the Snyderverse is ending. I'm tired of Snyder fan and everything. Yeah, I'm happy that they didn't continue with Snyder's plans, because his plans of having Superman die and then Bruce bone Lois, and then Superman come back and raise the child that happened when he got cucked, and that child to become a superpowered Batman sounded horrible. So I'm very, and I know a lot of people be like, but Snyder changed those and gave up on those plans. I don't care. Anyone that ever at any point in time thought those were a good idea should never touch superheroes. Get him out of here. Like, God, no. I'm glad he doesn't have anything to do with the future. Like, I like Man of Steel. I think I like the majority of Snyder movies I've seen. I like Man of Steel. I like Watchmen. I like 300. I like the Snyder Cut. But generally, as a storyteller, I don't think he's too great. I think visually he's good. As a storyteller, I don't think Snyder's very good. Any opinion on Jane Foster Thor in the comics? I haven't really read anything with her. All I remember is this cringy panel where she's like, "I am woman, hear me roar," and it's like just horrible. Da, da. I don't think Thor 4 had a better ending than the God Butcher storyline at all. I thought that ending of Thor 4 was horrible. Where it was like, oh, we've stopped him, but let's just let him crawl and make his wish, and he makes the wish for love. This person he's been fighting the whole time, he's gonna let them take care of his child. I thought that was really stupid. I thought the ending of the comic I thought was way better. Also, the two elements from the God Butcher storyline that are huge that they did not use in the movie was, one, Thor thinking that maybe Gore is right. Maybe Gore is right that these gods are actually, you know, the world would be better without them because they're so selfish and horrible. Like, he slowly starts to realize that. And then the other, oh man, I talked about it on the podcast. This has been a fat minute ago. What was the other element I was talking about? Oh, Gore suddenly realizing that he's becoming the thing he hates most, which is a god. Like, neither of those elements were present in the movie. Those are the two big elements of the comic, and they didn't use them, and I thought that was really stupid. Also, not seeing Gore actually, like, kill any gods other than the opening scene was dumb. Have Cade's Volume 3. Yeah, this is what I'm reading right now. I just started reading it the other day, because I've read the first two volumes a while ago, and I just read a couple omnibuses that I'm going to be talking about on Nerd Talk. I'll be talking about on my podcast. Probably be up tomorrow. Yeah. Battle Beast from Invincible's coming out with a comic. Nice. What do you think about the Wolverine game coming out soon? I hope it's good, because Wolverine's my favorite Marvel character, and he's been left in the dust for... I wish they'd kick Ben Percy off of Wolverine. I wish they'd just do a whole reboot of the X-Men, get rid of Krakoa, give Wolverine to someone... Man. Who at Marvel would I like to see? Zdarsky or Cates would be like my first two picks for a Wolverine book. I'd love to see what either of those guys did. Like Donny Cates or Chip Zdarsky, I think could do good. Who else would I like to see at Marvel give it a go on a Wolverine book? I don't know. Those two are at the top of my list, though. But yeah, Wolverine's kind of have it rough. What was your favorite trailer release at San Diego Comic-Con? My favorite trailer release? Probably Black Adam, honestly. Just kill Moira. True. Yeah, I lost my place. Dude, if they adapt Krakoa for the MCU, Feige should get tar and feathered. Yeah, true. Jordan White being the head, like, over at the X-Men part of Wolverine. Not Wolverine. The X-Men part of Marvel is horrible. Is that for real? Superman raising the kid Batman had with his wife? Yep, that's what Snyder originally had planned for his future of the DCEU. You can literally look that up. That was his original plan. He's also going to have a part where, like, Wonder Woman beats the crap out of, like, an evil Superman. I think she, like, kills him or something. Like, she's gonna, like, stab him and rip his guts out or something. Imagine if Snyder and Bruce Timm teamed up on Superman. They would just have Batman beat the tar out of Superman every movie. Ripiverse isn't crowdfunded? Well, then who gave him the $3 million? What superhero movie would you like to see Michael Bay make? Maybe a Lobo movie? He could maybe do it. Like, I wouldn't want him to do a superhero movie, but maybe Lobo could be cool. Great storylines, but they missed the mark. Yep. Top Gun 2 is the best movie I've seen this year. Top Gun 2 is really good. It's my second favorite movie this year, though. My favorite movie is The Black Phone. I love The Black Phone. I thought The Black Phone was so good. He lost all respect for Zeus, but he never once, like, doubted that Gore was actually right. It was literally just, oh, Zeus is a dickhead, and he just kept going. Like, he's still the whole time. Oh, yeah, I did make a video on it. I forgot about that, Logan. The Midnight Sun games I don't care about. Cates does make everything cosmic, that is true. But maybe he could stay more grounded with his Wolverine? Probably not. But still, we'd at least get one solid arc of Wolverine from Cates before it went cosmic. Well, the difference with... You seen the trailer for John Wick 4? Yeah, I did. I hope it's good. I like the first 3 John Wicks. I thought the trailer for John Wick 4 was really good. They're not getting Hugh Jackman to voice Wolverine. Thoughts on the new Shazam movie? I thought the trailer was pretty good. What superhero movie should Jordan Peele direct? Hopefully none of them, because I think he's too... Visually, I think he's pretty good. But lately, he's been too far up his own ass as far as storytelling goes. Like, nothing makes sense in his movies. It's really like... not Get Out, but I'm talking about Us and Nope were both movies where it's like, yes, I am high art filmmaker, so I just do whatever. Michael Bay Punisher? That would be interesting. You know what would be cool, actually, for Michael Bay Punisher? Would be Michael Bay Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. If he adapted the Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe, had Michael Bay do that, I think that could actually be really cool. But I wouldn't want him to do, like, a more grounded Punisher or anything. I have not seen the Fincher directed episode of Love, Death, and Robots. I did not know he did that. I love Fincher. You guys should see Black Phone's best Phase 4 so far. Oh, No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home, definitely. I thought Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent was good, but I thought it could have been better without, like, the whole, like, FBI agent thing. I thought that was kind of stupid. But it was a fun movie. I can, before I'm about to have to end the stream because I have to head somewhere. But I can, hold up. I can show you guys the movies I've seen this year. I think I've seen like 14 movies. Yeah. Here's what I've seen this year. The top 3 I think are all really, like, great movies. And then from Multiverse of Madness to, like, Gray Man, I think it's, like, good, but nothing special. And then the rest are not very good. Like, Black Phone is fantastic. Top Gun Maverick, fantastic. The Batman, fantastic. Multiverse Madness, it's good, nothing special. Massive Weight of Talent, it's good, nothing special. Northman, I like the Northman, but I think it's highly overrated. A lot of people like it because it's Robert Eggers and it's a A24 movie, so they're like, it is high art, it's high art, but it's literally just like taking some Shakespeare and just like adapting it and then being like, yes, I am a very smart director, and then it's like, no, it's Also, the action was like painfully easy to see how choreographed it was. It was like, okay, this guy slowly swings here, so this guy can move there, and it's like you could see everything happening. And yeah, besides the final fight, I thought the final, but Northman I like, but I think it's super overrated because it's people going, yes, I am a very big-brained person myself and like high art movies. When it's, if you want to see the Northman but better, watch The Green Knight, which came out last year. It's the Northman but better, in my opinion. It's not Vikings, but Death on Nile was good. I liked it. I just watched The Gray Man. The Gray Man felt kind of weird because it felt like it was put together within a week. It felt like they filmed it and edited it and then produced it in like a week. Like, it did not feel like there was much quality behind it, but it was fine enough. Nope, I just watched as well, which was Thor: Love and Thunder. Horrible Thor movie. They undid all of the character development of Thor in the MCU, and it's very much jokes over stakes. But if you don't care about Thor at all, it could probably be a decent movie. Lightyear was not good. You want a Buzz Lightyear movie that's not really about Buzz Lightyear and is really stupid and just not interesting at all? Go watch that. Scream was bad. Jurassic World was bad. X was super overrated. People's talking about it was a great horror movie. Horrible. But Black Phone's my favorite movie of the year. I think Bill Skarsgård would be great as the villain of John Wick. I'm just interested to see what they do with what's his name's character after he betrayed him at the end of John Wick 3. Did he actually betray him? Is he still with him because he's been his buddy throughout? I'm interested to see how that goes. I'd like to see a Guy Ritchie Punisher movie. Guy Ritchie's my favorite director. I wouldn't choose him for Punisher though. I think Guy Ritchie would be perfect for like a Nightwing movie. I think that I'd love to see Guy Ritchie in a Nightwing movie. But I'll take Guy Ritchie anything. I found out that Guy Ritchie was supposed to do a Lobo movie like years back, which I was like, damn, that could have been cool. Guy Ritchie's, fun fact, I think I might have talked about it on the podcast. Guy Ritchie's movie, Fortune, I can't remember what it's called, but it's another heist movie that's supposed to come out this year. It got delayed because there were Ukrainian gangsters in it, and so they said you have to edit that out because they're at war. And it's like, are you kidding me? That's why we haven't gotten the Guy Ritchie movie with Jason Statham this year. Makes me mad. Dungeons & Dragons trailer was okay. I got 13 hours on a Black Friday. I bought it on Blu-ray. I still haven't watched it yet. I need to. I also heard the Ambulance movie that came out this year from him was really good. From Michael Bay. Yeah, the Gray Man just came out. It was okay. It wasn't bad, but it's not as good as I want it to be. I thought Chris Evans was the best part though. He just has fun playing like a dumbass villain. Did you laugh at all in Love and Thunder? Some parts, but some was funny, some was I thought Jurassic Park was horrible. I still haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once. I heard it's great though. Yes, they were gonna do another RDJ Sherlock Holmes without Guy Ritchie, which makes me mad. But I just realized it's 5:20. I have to go because I have to go to a dinner. So thank you to everyone who showed up to stream. I appreciate it. I wish I could stream longer. This was fun. But yeah, link in the description for my Twitch if you want to check out the live streams, for my Twitter if you want to follow me there, my podcast Nerd Talk like I've been promoting on here if you want to listen to me talk about other things in longer form. I've talked about Thor: Love and Thunder, Stranger Things Season 4, and The Black Phone. We reviewed every episode of Obi-Wan on there. We talked about Moon Knight, Halo, Doctor Strange. All that's linked in the description. Thank you to everyone who showed up to the stream. I will see you guys later. Have a good night. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I will see you guys later.